Greetings. Greetings, Earthling, and welcome back. Welcome back to my galaxy. I missed you. Oh my gosh. I missed you so much. I missed you. I haven't filmed in over 1 month, which is insane. I was sick. I'll tell you more about it in another video, but today's video, it's my favorite video I've ever filmed for this channel, for the Janny, and it is my 1,000 subscribers special. It doesn't even feel real to say, but here we are. You better believe it. We made 1,000, and I'm so excited. I'm so grateful for you, each and every one of you. And I really thought I was gonna get a one question, and then I was gonna have to make a bunch up, or like my mom and Thomas, you know, my other 2 subscribers. So there are a lot of questions, and I'm so excited. And I feel like without much further ado, we have to get started. But I did just want to say I missed you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being patient with me. I really have been sick for like 29 days, and it's been insane. More on that in another vid, but stay tuned for the shout outs. I've got my trusty laptop here, and a lot of beautiful, wonderful ASMRtists have left me questions, so I'll shout out everybody who did, and maybe you can check out their channels. I would love that. And I know I shouted these out in the Friendsgiving collab. Did you guys see my sweet friend, sweetheart ASMR's Friendsgiving collab video? I can't thank her enough for putting that together and for including me. And that's the only video I filmed while I've been sick the last month, and it was 59 seconds, my part, so it was manageable. But shout out to lullabyleah for recommending these Kiss Jelly Nails. And with that, let's get into the Q&A. Who is she? Why is she? And how is she? Well, Zaki ASMR asked, who's your favorite ASMRtist? You, Zaki. Period. All of you guys are my favorite. I would have to say my ASMR idol is GB. She's everything. And actually, she commented me back recently, and it was a good sized comment too, and she was very supportive and wonderful, and yeah, it just like fueled my fangirl status. That she hearted my comment and replied. I mean, I adore her. She's the god of ASMR to my mind, in my mind. So yeah. And these are all from Zaki, by the way. I'll tell you when we change. What made me start ASMR? It's a good question. I loved ASMR first as a viewer, and my channel, and I had 2 vlog videos on it. 2 vlog videos. And, once I didn't discover it, but once I discovered ASMR, I truly felt like I want to do this because of the way it made me feel. I know a lot of you guys can relate to that sort of thing, but it was just really comforting and so soothing for my anxiety and depression and PTSD. I have a little blurb below about why I love ASMR in my description box that I always put with a mental health awareness link. But that's just the short answer is it helped me so much and was such a comfort to me that I couldn't not try to share that with other people. So how tall am I? 5'9". What's my zodiac sign? It is the age of Aquarius. If you couldn't tell, she's a weird little independent Aquarius, and she's married to a Scorpio, and together we don't need anybody. Okay, we crazy. I'm an Aquarius and Thomas is Scorpio. Am I an early bird or a night owl? Kind of both. I don't get as much sleep as I should because I work so much, but that just sounded like I work so hard. But I'm probably more of a morning person. I really like the sun rising in the morning. I love coffee. I love birds chirping. I don't want people or anyone to talk to me, but like the nature vibes. I'm a morning person for sure. Okay, these next questions are from Matt's ASMR Haven. My girl. Ooh, what were some of my hobbies or passions growing up, and are any of them the same today? Yes, that's a good one. Hobbies and passions growing up. I danced ballet for like 18 years, and I also did horseback riding, and I used to have a horse, and I just loved him so much. I also played the piano and was in marching band, and I did volleyball in high school. This is probably more than you wanted to know. Are any of them the same? I still horseback ride to this day. Thankfully, I didn't always. It's something I just started back like 2 years ago thanks to my best friend Kim, and it's just like the best thing in the world for my mental health, and it means so much to me. Like, there's nothing truly like connecting with a horse and being a horse's friend to me. So and I still of course love to dance. I just don't take ballet lessons or anything like that, but I brought a few things just so you guys can maybe get to know me better, like show and tell. I know it's weird, but I'm weird. I have a collection of about 20 it wasn't the one we used for the dance, where Fritz is trying to get the nutcracker from Clara and it falls and it breaks. That one was like a specially designed one that we switched out. It was like a really cool prop. The magic of movies and ballet and theater, am I right? But this was the one that we used like for all other moments in the first act. And it's just so special to me. I mean, you can probably tell how old he is. My nutcracker. So that was very, very special. And let's see. What is something you enjoy daydreaming about? Oh, that's so deep. Thank you for asking. I feel seen. I love to daydream about when we can work less and when this channel can be my job. Just honestly, that's my dream. I also dream to have my own horse again someday. I did have a horse growing up. He is in heaven now, with me always. But yeah, I daydream about owning another horse, riding horses, connecting with people, not in an influency way, but more so like like giving connection, kind of like ASMR, and just like authentic connection, really. I daydream about what Thomas and I will be like as parents someday, of course, sometimes here and there. Sometimes makeup and nails, but rarely. I think I daydream the most about what it'll be like when we move to our next place. Will we rent it, or will it be our first time we buy? And just imagining our future, trying to manifest this channel and things like that. What would your ideal life look like if all limitations left the chat, left the chat, left the chat, left the chat? I think I just spilled it, right? I would love for this channel to be my job. I would love to be able to work less in the legal field and sort of phase that out eventually. No limitations, gosh. I would love to visit New Zealand. And have, like just a house with a horse barn. Nothing it doesn't have to be fancy, but if there's no limitations, I'll link a video down below of like an abandoned, I subscribe to a lot of like abandoned mansion and like explore abandoned places. What is that called? Something. I don't know. I subscribe to a lot of those YouTube channels and love that sort of thing. I don't know why it's deep, but I'll link a video down below of my ideal house. It's abandoned in Nashville right now, but it's got like a 6-horse stable in it, and it's freaking fabulous. I mean, more so for the stable, not for the house. Just to like own a house that someday pay down Is there any insecurity you've proudly overcome or actively working through you feel comfortable sharing? Love you. I love you so much. I am currently in therapy, and I have been for like 2 years. I think therapy is amazing if you want to work on, good things, anything really, or just have somebody to talk to. You don't even have to work on anything, but yeah, I'm working on my anxiety and my depression, communication skills related to those things, and always working on my marriage, of course. We've been home like 700 days together. No shit. So it's kind of the dream, but it's also kind of the nightmare. And neither of us want to go back to the office, like, mind you, but it doesn't, like, some days are just like, where do you go? Because we work and live here in this one space. So I haven't shared this yet online, but I really don't mind to, and I was planning to at some point. I feel like you never know how to share these things, but like also that's all the more reason to share it. Therapy has been life-changing for me, in part because I was diagnosed with PTSD, and I had no idea that I had PTSD, and I've had it for years, and it was affecting the way like disagreements with Thomas played out. It was affecting my communication. It was affecting whether I missed the train or made it on time, all kinds of things. So I have PTSD, and it's from a man from a relationship that I was in prior to Thomas, from physical and emotional trauma, and I am well on my way to overcoming it and just working through it and processing it through EMDR therapy. If you want to look that up, EMDR, the letters like PTSD, it has just really started to change my life in the best ways. And I mean, some days are like 2 steps back, and some days are like 4 steps forward, everything in between. But I'm really proud to be working on that. And if anyone out there is watching this and you're struggling either with anxiety or depression or both, PTSD, any of it, or with other things that you're struggling with, I'm here for you, and I just want you to know that you're not alone, and you're very brave. I mean, I think each of us are our own worst critic, and I really think that each of us don't give ourselves enough credit. I think if I were to like sit down with you, for example, and tell you like all of the juicy deeds about what I'm talking about in that scenario and how it's affected me in all these years and now, I think you would be so supportive and so impressed and really truly like kind to me about it. And sometimes I'm not always that way to myself, and I think probably the same could be true for you, and if not, that's wonderful. But I think if you told me something that you struggle with, and shared, how it impacts you and how you deal with it, I really would probably be blown away and unable to imagine what you've been through, but have so much empathy for you and love for you and like an onion, as Shrek says, as a donkey says. Manuela, 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 Manuela. And I hope I say this right. Geraldo, Manuela Geraldo, Manuela Geraldo. If I said it wrong, just let me know. I got you, and I love you so much. Thank you for these questions. Manuela, Manuela, Manuela. How old am I? I'm 31. I'm 31. Actually, I keep like joking that that's old, but when I was 13, or like very close to that age, 13 going on 30 came out with the Jennifer Garner, and I just remember leaving the theater thinking, hurry up, like I'm ready, I want to be 30 now. Like 30 is the best age anyone could possibly be ever. When I'm 30, I will live my best life, I will have my best body, I will do it all. And now that I'm 30, I'm really trying to do that. I really am. I'm really just trying to embrace it, because all of my favorite celebrities are in their very, very late 20s, like 28 and up, or they're in their 30s and 40s. So, and they're all like stunning. So, I'm 31. Where am I from? I'm from Tennessee, in the United States. Well, America. I don't know if I'd call it. I am from a state called Tennessee, and I currently live in North Carolina. What countries would I like to visit? Oh my gosh, I would love to visit New Zealand. I would love to visit Spain, Italy. Oh my gosh, everywhere. Amsterdam. I've already been to Mexico, Germany, England, and Lithuania, and I would go back to any of them. There's no limit to what countries I would go to and what beautiful people and foods I would meet and eat and adventures to have. Any of them, all of them, a million times. Do I speak Spanish? So I took French for like 5-ish years, and in high school and through college, and then I've kept up with it because one of my coworkers is French. It's his first language. Obviously he speaks English very amazingly, but I love to speak French with him. And so something's wrong with my brain that whenever I try to think of words from other languages, it always filters through English and then French, and then so just now I was trying to think of a way to respond to that question in Spanish, and I was thinking, oui, je parle français, je m'appelle Elle, je parle un peu français. And it's like, why am I thinking oui instead of si? Like, why would the word si not come to mind? It's so weird. Not really. I wanted to say si, but I mean, I would be lying. I would love to learn to speak Spanish. I think it's such a beautiful language. It's just so wonderful to hear other people speak it, and I love songs. I mean, yeah, I think it's beautiful. I just can't speak it. I suck, and I'm sorry, but I will try to learn, like, immediately. And I love you. Kathleen, Oh, this is a good one. What's your favorite trigger? Probably phone tapping. And nail tapping. Phone tapping. And nail tapping. Are you currently watching any TV shows? Absolutely. I'm rewatching You from start to finish, and we're in season 2 right now. Of course, we've already finished season 3, but I didn't. I'm just gonna say it. I didn't know that guy was actually like 30 that was playing the high school boy or the college boy or whatever. And so like a lot of season 3 made me uncomfortable, which I know it's designed to do because it's fiction and based on a book. But I truly was thinking like, I really was scared to Google him and find out his age, and was thinking like, this is too much. I can't fathom it all, and I didn't pay close attention. I don't know. It was just a lot. But he's like 30, so I am rewatching it start to finish now, in part because I didn't pay close attention in season 3 because it made me uncomfortable. And then also because I wanted to see, wait, can you tell at all that love is like a full-fledged, well, I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm just kind of like rewatching You. I love Bob's Burgers and Family Guy and South Park. I keep up with those whenever there are new ones, of course. I feel like this light is really, so I'm looking yellow, but maybe that's just me. We're watching Lost in Space, true story with Kevin Hart, which is wild, absolutely wild and so good. Great news. We're rewatching Community as we fall asleep because we like to fall asleep to something that we've already seen before, so that way we don't like stay awake all night binging, because we do that. Do I have any pet peeves? Yes, I have 1,000,000. Like, that's all I have. I'm trying to think of an example. An example of pet peeves. I mean, I'm married, so stuff like that is coming to mind. It's like, if Thomas like leaves drawers or cabinets open, or like will heat us up frozen meals for lunch, but like leaves the cardboard thing on the counter, which, I mean, I'm not perfect either, so I'm trying to think of like stuff just people in general do. Probably anything exist. I don't like when other people do that. I'm genuinely trying to think. When people cut me off in traffic, I can't stand that. When people cut me in line, I social distance still, just because like I was just sick for 30 days and I'm vaccinated, but somebody's upper respiratory something took me the fuck out. Like, thought I was dying. So yeah, I social distance in lines, and people will cut me all the time, and I'll be like, hey, here I am with all my stuff. I'm just on the floor sticker that's still here. I'm on it. I'm genuinely trying to think of more good ones, but like everything and at the same time nothing. I don't know. Favorite advice someone has given to me. Wow. My favorite advice ever that I've been given is from my mom. And it just has to do with grief and love and life. Something about me is I lost my dad to pancreatic cancer. Well, I didn't lose him. That's one thing. Part of my therapy I'm working on. He died. I hate a pet peeve when people are like, oh, everything happens for a reason. Don't say that to comfort people, because why did my dad die? What's the reason? Sometimes things that people say just aren't comforting, and I don't feel like they've been through that, so maybe they don't know how it would feel. But anytime someone I know loses somebody, I'm like, this sucks, this is unfair, and I just like go in for them, because that's really how it feels. It's not like, oh well, that happened for a reason. I'm sure I'll understand it someday. Like, you're just angry and sad and grieving. But my favorite advice I've ever been given from, and it's from my mom, but of all time, is you can't know love without knowing pain. And there is no pain without the love you've had to compare it to. And that is just something that she keeps telling me throughout my life. As, you know, when we dealt with my dad dying, my horse died in May of this year, and I've really been grieving that all year and still am. He was 32 though, which is amazing for a horse. Well, he might have been 30. No, I'm pretty sure we were the same age. So, yeah. My dad's best friend has been slowly dying since 2020, like early 2020. And yeah, hands down, the best advice I've ever received is that you truly can't know love without knowing pain, and there is no pain without having experienced love. They're one and the same, unfortunately. And I think about like the meaning of life a lot and the purpose of life, and to me it is to love, purely just to feel human emotions, just to be here on this rock, hurling through space, where there's waterfalls and all kinds of different people. And how can we love? Like, let's just love everyone, feel that feeling and that emotion, but feel all of the emotions. I mean, I truly think the purpose of life is to feel. And unfortunately, I think to truly feel and appreciate and understand love, I mean, I don't think we would be able to appreciate it as much if there wasn't sort of like the yin to the yang, if you will. I just always try to think about that. I don't think any of us would trade the love and the good if we knew we could avoid the pain and the bad. And I think that's really interesting about humans, and is what makes us so brave and wonderful. world, where would it be? In the world, probably Colorado, California, New Zealand, or Hawaii. I'd say probably just somewhere. Like, I'm thinking California because I know that's where Thomas would want to be for his career, but I just want to be somewhere full of wonder when it comes to nature. And I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan, and that's where the Lord of the Rings set is, New Zealand. So that's why that one came to mind. What's the story behind your channel name? That's a really good one. So I'm 31. I'm a millennial. I was born in the 90s. I'm a child of the 90s. And yeah, so I'm a millennial. And I'm married. It's pretty deep. But also, it's kind of, I totally understand why people wouldn't get it, because what the fuck is millennial marriage? ASMR, you know what I mean? It was just called millennial marriage for the longest time, and I might change it back eventually, but someone commented and recommended that I change it to millennial marriage ASMR, because a lot of ASMRtists I was commenting and subscribing and supporting didn't get that I was also a creator, and they would either ignore me or just and move on and not. Yeah, and then somebody commented and said, hey, I'm so thankful I found your channel, but I just found it in it popped up as a recommended after watching somebody else's, and I was searching for ASMR, but your channel didn't come up, so maybe add ASMR to the channel name. So that's why it did, but it was just millennial marriage. And I really want to get more into life as a millennial and what I've learned about it and what I've learned about marriage and some of the struggles that we've overcome in our marriage. And one of the goals that I have, and things that is really just on my heart to share, would be and I'm not trying to put me or Thomas or our marriage down or anything, but I don't think enough people online are real about their marriage. I think, and whether that's just your friend on Instagram or a celebrity or a creator, influencer, I think that there's a lot that is put away for filming and money and creation, and I just want to be not that. I really would like to share the struggles we've overcome together. Some of you guys know, I've had spine surgery, and that happened when we were newlyweds, and it was an emergency spine surgery. I couldn't walk. It was terrifying. Leading up to the surgery, Thomas was helping me go to the bathroom, truly, and we've been on a podcast to talk about what that was like. I mean, it's just, there's so much more than just and I talked about this a little bit in my anniversary gift unboxing, but I truly think there's so much that's beautiful to marriage, and to being a millennial that's also really, really hard and just really, really not talked about. And it's why did our parents' generations not put any of us in therapy, not talk about therapy, not set us up with the tools we need? And also how can they not realize how different. It is for our generation. Like Thomas and I, like I said, have been home together 700 days. I mean, it's unimaginable to my mom, I'm sure. Because, you know, she and, like, it's a bad example because my dad's dead. You ruined it. But, like, say we're talking about like the 50s or the 60s. Some people's parents would, like, one would go to one job and the other would go to the other, and they didn't have cell phones, you guys, so they didn't talk all day. 8 to 10 hours they didn't talk. So yeah, when they came home, it was like, darling, how was your day been? Please take your coat off, let me get you a drink. Like, Thomas and I are like slamming our laptop shut at 8 o'clock. Like, do you have any like CBD lotion or a champagne bottle or like Family Guy? Like, and we just don't have the energy to like connect with each other some days, let alone cook each other dinner and like read the paper and watch the news and shit like that. It's just, I feel like we're living in a totally different world. Our generation is from what was previously available, if that makes sense. And I just am here to like shine a light on that and open up about it and guide us through that. I feel really passionately about that. And also let me know if none of that made any fucking sense. That's okay. That's okay. Oh, this one's from my bestie, Kim. Kim, you're doing so great in school. Keep going. You guys, send Kim all of your good vibes and energy. Let's do it. Oh. Are you okay, Kim? Sorry, babe. Let's do it now. She's got finals. She's got her final exams. And to anyone who has final exams, you've got this. Make sure you get some sleep and make sure you eat something that will stick with you and help your brain keep you powering through that exam, like some oatmeal, maybe with fruit in it. And stay hydrated, and just know you guys are all so loved. You're so loved. You're so loved. Happy exams. You've got this. And Kim said, who are your fashion icons? Oh my gosh. Okay, I love to talk about this sort of thing. My mom, first of all, she's just, I'll have to show you old pictures sometimes. Definitely my mom, definitely Princess Diana, which I have a sweater that's like the black sheep sweater that Diana used to wear, and it was my mom's that she got to look like, to match Diana. So definitely those two ladies. Ariana Grande, of course. I love the things that her stylist put together for her. They're just, and I also really like that whole sweatshirt and boots thing that she did. I definitely was like, okay, let's do that then. And I like went through that phase with her very much and enjoyed it, and I'm still living in it some days. But Twiggy for makeup and hair. I love Twiggy. Ralph Lauren. Just the classic jewel tones of Ralph Lauren, especially, and textures. I think it's Ralph Lauren. So, excuse the fuck out of me, you know. Gosh. I love just the general fashion from the 70s, and I also love equestrian fashion, as you know. Yeah. I think you have a few more. Yes. Do I prefer the beach or the mountains? That's so hard to answer, honestly. Oh my god, they're both so necessary. I think you go to the mountains to challenge yourself. And I think you go to the beach to restore yourself. I think you can learn more about yourself in either setting. But I think the mountains remind me of adventure and like snowboarding, skiing, hiking. I'm thinking specifically of Banner Elk, Boone, Linville Ridge, Grandfather Mountain, and like just all the wonderful memories I have going up there, because it's actually very close to Tennessee where I grew up. But and then when I think of the beach, I think of just rejuvenation, relaxation. I've written lots of songs, for example, and poems when I'm at the beach. I get a lot of meditating, and I usually read 2 to 3 books on top of all that in the span of a week. And I usually bring my equipment and always intend to film, but never do. And I would say the beach, specifically Edisto, South Carolina, is where I feel the most like me. And or at least I will say, if I have just totally lost myself and I'm a shell of a person from like work and stuff, by the time I leave Edisto, I'm my highest self. And I think the mountains are, because I grew up in the mountains, it's just so comforting and familiar. But it's also like a place of growth and adventure, and the beach is more. I'm not answering the question, am I? Both. Oh my god, another one. Gems or pearls? Okay, gems, period. Just because pearls are so soft. I think they're beautiful, don't get me wrong. But, you know, like, if you were to rub a real pearl on your tooth, it would be very, very gritty and, like, it would rub off on your tooth. I think that's what makes pearls so unique, right? The little, like, divots and, like, bumpies and how imperfect they are. They're beautiful, but they're just kind of boring to me. I'm such a gem person forever. Oh, I took my rings off to shower, but you know, my wedding ring is well, my original engagement ring is a champagne sapphire that Tom has picked out, and then my upgrade ring is a morganite. So yeah, gems forever. I love opal. I love emerald. Gems. Gems, gems, gems. I'm like Gollum right now. My precious. Okay. I'm gonna try to get through one more person's set of questions, and then we will have to do a part 2, you guys. I'm surprised that I'm still going 51 minutes. Yeah, any second now. I mean, when I'm done, because I will manifest that if I am serious about it. When I'm done with Cecily's questions, we will wrap the video and I'll film a part 2 tomorrow. It's late. Okay, Cecily asked, have I been to Europe? Yes, I have been to Germany, had just started dating. I went to meet his family because they were stationed there. That's where my husband grew up, in Germany. And then I also studied abroad in France and England and Lithuania. And I would love to go to a million more countries. A million. And a million more places in Europe. Like, any and all of them. My favorite colors. Blush pink and I don't have a good example. Mint green. That was our wedding colors when we got married in 2016. So, blush pink, gold, and mint green, with like mint and blush being the two primary colors, and gold being like the accent color. But yes, those are my favorite colors, and they haven't changed for like years, like 7 or 8 years. I also love lilac. I have to sneak that one in there. I love lilac and blush, lavender and blush. I love to wear like light purple because I think it brings out my eyes. Do I have a favorite coffee and or creamer? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to answer this one. My favorite coffee is this bottled coffee that we get at the grocery store called, well, the brand is Califia Farms, Califia Farms, and then the flavor is, because they have multiple flavors, I mean, I think they even have an eggnog flavor right now, but our favorite is the XX espresso, and this coffee will get you going. Like, my heart is pounding as soon as I take a sip, and I love that. Like, I won't be able to form a thought in the morning, and then I will stumble into the kitchen and have some of my XX espresso, and it's just like, you shouldn't talk to me, but like, I feel better inside, you know, kind of like a cat. You guys have to try that and let me know what you think. It kind of tastes like a melted fudgesicle. Have you guys ever had those growing up in the like yellow packaging? The flavor kind of vaguely reminds me of a melted fudgesicle, and it's literally all Thomas and I drink. It's like $5 or $6 a bottle, and we'll still go to Starbucks like a few times a month just to like half the cup, you know, and just play the game, the capitalist America game. But honestly, that coffee has changed our lives and really saved us a lot of money, so I can't recommend it enough. My favorite lip oils, oh my gosh, so I've only used the one from Ulta that's like the orange, I think it's orange or peach flavor, but that's what I've got on right now. Could use another dollop, quite honestly, but if I try any more, which I hope to, I will let you know. Oh, Thomas just ordered me the NYX advent calendar, so we'll do a video on that, and I think one of the lip items is their lip oil, so that'll be my second lip oil I try. But I highly recommend the Ulta one because it's like so cheap, and you know, I feel like anything like that, when it just comes to like lip oil, you could go with any lip oil and you'll be fine. Now, eyeliner, maybe not so much. Maybe you want like a specific kind, but or like a specific tip and brand and formula. But isn't like lip oil, it's gotta have like a few ingredients and pretty much all be the same thing. Also, not a makeup person, so. Love from Norway. That so cool. I love you. I'm sending all of my love. Love to Norway. Love to Norway. Love to Norway. Thank you, Cecily. I hope you're doing well. I am so thankful for you guys asking me all these questions. I just know if I chance my luck, we're going to have a randomly cut off video. So, part 2 coming soon for your turn. Do you worry? I've got questions from Murmuring Moon ASMR, Jerry Richardson, Mackenzie Briggs, and Krista ASMR. So that'll be coming in my very next video. Love you guys so much. Thank you for all these questions and your interest. I think my tummy has been hungry a little bit, and it's because I've worked like 11.6 hours today, I think, and I've got to have forgotten to have eaten at some point. But I'm just trying to work really, really hard and pay down some debt, save money, so maybe I can work a little less and focus on this more. But so share my video with your mom and make her like it, is what I'm saying. I'm begging. But sorry about the tummy grumbles, and yeah, I love you so much. More